video and your sound muted. Any questions, please ask in the chat. And hi to everybody. I'll be standing in today. Normally I'll be from Monday on for the grade 12s, but today I'll be stepping in. So yesterday you guys completed a PowerPoint. I've added the PowerPoint 2020-05-06 in the chat, just so everybody has the same PowerPoint. You started with the text direction, the direction of this traveling, the rectangle here, with the animation. Everything's in the way here. So you've added animation here, and you've done the paths, and you had homework. He asked for you guys to see if you can get this and everybody to move. So did anybody get that right? Good morning. Good morning. Well done, Olo. Well done, Mariki. Okay, so everybody who's here, welcome. Is there any new people here? Because this is definitely my first time here today. I'll just give about 5 or 6 minutes for everybody just to get the PowerPoint here, the 2020-05-06 formal one. Okay, well done, Leonhard, and good morning, Nelly. Well done, the CD. So PowerPoint is one of the places in CAT grade 10 where you can make easy marks, because most of the time you guys enjoy it, and that makes, when you enjoy something, you always do a little bit more effort. So PowerPoint also in your PAT. He's been speaking a lot about the PAT. It's definitely one of the places in the PAT where you can make easy marks. Just because it's such an easy program, and there's so many things you can do with it, and that's where your creativity comes in. Mostly in CAT, a lot of times in Excel and so on, you have to do stuff according to the book. But yeah, in PowerPoint, you can actually show a bit of creativity. Okay, so I'm going to say one more time here. The PowerPoint is in the chat. You can download it. If you can't get it in the chat, it is also available on the server still, but you don't remove it from the server. So if you want to, you can just type in that 156.115.208.253/cat in your browser. Go to week 6, go to first day, and then you can get the PowerPoint. Okay, so anybody that doesn't have the PowerPoint yet, just say in the chat so I can just quickly wait for you. Okay, so anybody in the chat that doesn't have the PowerPoint?
Maybe just please reshare it, because some of the kids are direct messaging me asking for it to be reshared, and I can't download it yet on my side. So maybe just reshare it.
So computer. Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome to me. Everybody that just joined, I've just reshared it. You can download it there, and then everybody can be on the same page. So what you guys did yesterday, you've inserted the pictures, and now we're doing the motion path today. Okay, so we'll go to the animation pane. If you click on animation pane, you'll get this rectangular here. That's the one I've joined. You'll see yesterday you already did one, so I left it there, and then we'll continue today. So I'm just quickly going to do that, and then we'll move on to the car and see. You'll see yesterday you guys did the lights. I didn't add the lights yet, so we're going to leave the lights. We're going to work on something else, just animation pane around and animations around the PowerPoint and the grade 10 and all those. Tomorrow we'll go on to the navigation. We'll quickly do more navigation, and then we'll focus on smart art. Okay, so I can start. Is everybody ready? Okay, so let's go. So if you want to, yesterday I said you can use grouping. Now, if you want to use grouping, just want to move this way. If you want to use grouping, you can click on it. If you hold control and you click on the next one and you still hold control and you click next one, you can add animations or stuff to 3 or 4 or more, or however many ever you collected at once. So if you go into line and you go there animation and you can go there line, you'll see it takes a while, especially with motion paths, and you'll see he added the 3 lines there with all 3. Now we had one yesterday, so I'm just going to delete that one just so everything's online. And then you can go, if you click on this, you'll see the circle and you can move it. Okay, if you've added it, just going to quickly undo everything. If you add it and you add all 3 at once with control, animation pane, you go down to the lines, it will quickly generate the lines. You need to have the circles in order, so you can drag this easier. So you can just drag all 3 to the other side. Yeah, you can choose your motion path. The big thing is we just want to have it move over the PowerPoint page itself. So that's why we've zoomed out with control so we can see. You can even make this a lot bigger, go out with the panes. And if I say play, you'll see all 3 going over. So we just want to do something else with the PowerPoint than the ordinary just swivel in or zoom in or fly in. Okay, so the focus for today will be with this animation pane and the timings for this for now. Okay, so if I say the timings here, you can go here rectangular. So rectangular 10 will be the first one. I've got this 19, the second one, and 18, the third one. And you can go on each and every one and say specific stuff. So start on click. We want to start it with the PowerPoint. So you can say start with previous, and it will start as soon as the PowerPoint start, the first one will start. And you can then say with the others, start after previous if you want to have 3 lines going in different times, but we'll go with start previous. So if we say play, it will go through and it will fly. Okay, so we've got the 2 there, and the third one start with previous. So all 3 will start flying on their times. Okay, so if you go there, start with previous, and all 3 are there. Now you can also go affect options, and you can tell them, do you want the timing, do you want it to go duration, quickly, medium, a little bit slower, a little bit faster. So we can go, let's go slow. But the big thing is you must always try and work with all 3 at once. Okay, so there you can see. Start with previous duration. How long do you want it to last? Delay, do you want to let it wait a little bit before it starts? Or do you want automatically to start with it? Okay, so let's see. Wrong one there. Play selected. And there's it, a little bit slower, 3 seconds, and then it will fly through. Okay, you can also, we did the color and everything yesterday, and that's it. Is there any questions? Any questions on that? Let's see. For those who joined late, thank you there. Okay, so does everybody understand how to fly in or the motion path for this one? Okay, any questions on the motion path? Let's quickly see in chat here, please. Okay, thank you, Leonhard, for understanding or replying there. Okay, I want to see the slide. Okay, so if I go preview, slideshow from beginning, you will see it coming through. Okay, I'll just go back one more time. from beginning, and you'll see it flying through. Okay, so some of you will still have this lights here. We will go in this. Okay, so that was for the motion path. Okay, now normally with headings, we don't actually use animation, okay, because headings has to stay the same always. So tomorrow we'll work on slide 2 and we'll have a little bit of a promotion for our Lamborghini business, and we'll tell the guys why they should buy Lamborghini with some smart art and stuff. So you don't want to let this name actually move a lot, because that's the stuff that stays. With the stuff that flies in, that is the stuff you can do a little bit of emphasis on, and all those stuff. Okay, so let's quickly see here. Get your file. So we here our PowerPoint grade 10, and we're going to start with this. So quickly highlight the PowerPoint. And then we'll start. Okay, so we said there, if you click on this and you go in the drop down, you'll see there's entrance, emphasis, and exit. And we strongly recommend that you don't always use this. It's fun. Appear and fade and fly, and those are the most used. But if you do your pad and you want your pad to stand out and you want to have it a little bit different, or even your PowerPoint one day when you work at a school or so on, or you go into business and you start working with a business, you want to have a little bit extra stuff that others don't have. So there you go, more entrance effects. So in the more entrance effects, you can go down there. There's basic ones. That's the ones we normally use and normally see. We've got the subtle ones, moderate ones, and then we've got the exciting ones. Now, the exciting ones is nice ones for the information you want to read, for them to come in. Sometimes a title, it will work. So for now, let's see a little bit something exciting. So the boomerang effect, if I click on it again, you'll see it flies in like a boomerang, goes past the place, and it comes back again. So there you go. We want this in the beginning, so we'll move this so you can click on it. And when you click on these, there's an action, and here is your recording animation. So for your recording animation, you can see move earlier. So we want this firstly, we want definitely to have it go with the previous. And now you can go and say, okay, let's see, play from beginning. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, we don't really see the boomerang effect. So let's have the duration a little bit longer. And now you have to play with to your liking. So there it comes, boomerang comes in, it flies through. So now we can start going, okay, we firstly want to see this. Let's give it a little bit delay. And here you can go more by effect options. And you can go see after animation, don't dim, we want to see it. Animation text all at once, you can go by word or by letter. But sometimes if you go by letter, it becomes a little bit too more. So if you go and you say, let's go start, and we check the preview here, it flies in like a boomerang, and sometimes it can get a little bit too much. So check it out. If it fits your liking and you see it's not too much, have a go with it and work with it. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with a PowerPoint being too excited, but it becomes a problem if you've got all the letters are different colors and you've got too many animations on one slide and you've got stuff flying around, because the main point of a PowerPoint is to actually see the information, because you're doing the PowerPoint for people to let them know about something. You want to sell something, you want to teach them something, you want to pitch them something, so then they need to get an idea of why you were there with the PowerPoint in the beginning. So if you spend too much time with all the flying in and all those stuff, it tends to get a little bit too much, and then you could sometimes you can get lost, and the wording that you actually want to give them can get lost. So let's see there. You see there I've did the 3 seconds with one delay. And here I did not do the delay. So actually, if you see the preview, you will see the timing is out. So PowerPoint is a lot about timing. And if you want to do stuff all on a different timings and stuff, or stuff to come in the same time, if you change something and move something up, you always need to go back to preview and see how it works. So there you've got the PowerPoint flying in, and then we've got the stripes coming over. Okay, so, and if you go to grade 10, you can go back there. We're not going to go animation this time. We're going to go there. This time, let's see a little bit what emphasis effects there are. Okay, so emphasis, the same. We've got basic, full color, font color. So you can go on font color, and you can change it to a different color. You see it got orange there. You can go transparency. It will start fading away. It will be a little bit transparent, so you can just see half of it, and you can edit those as well, make it 70% or 20% or everything there. The subtle ones, the bold flash, we can go there. You see the bold flash, it makes it go bold. It doesn't always work that nicely if it's already bolded. Sometimes it gets lost. It's better if it's unbolded and use bold flash. You see the difference more. Color pulsing, we'll pulse a few colors there, and then you've got exciting with a blink and a wave. Now, this is what I mean by it gets too much. So if I choose wave, and I say okay, and I say, let's say with previous, and I move this up. If I go watch the preview now, especially here, and you say preview, you'll see there's people doing a wave, there's stuff flying in, there's stuff flying all over. Then it becomes a little bit too much. So having one exciting one is fun, but as soon as you come to 2, 3, or 4, it starts getting a little bit too much. Okay, so you can just go there and you can say remove if you want to remove it. Go again to animation, emphasis effects. So you don't want to have it getting too much too often, or a little bit. Otherwise, it gets too much at once. Okay, so object color underline. We're going to leave this one. Just go. What one? T-fit is also one. That's a little bit fun. It's not too much. It's cool. The grow of color is one you can use for. It's a little bit exciting, but again, you stay with 1 or 2 exciting. So let's go with previous and move it up to get the order correctly. Okay, so there's that. You can also have stuff exiting. So I'm just going to use this just for exiting, and more exit effects. Same again. Basic ones. Everyone has basic, pulse, and peak out. You most often use the basic ones. Subtle ones, yes, a contrast, civil one. And then we can go all the way to the more exciting one where you go the boomerang, the flip, float. It just goes down and out, and the whip. And you can also say how fast it must go, how slow it can go. You see the whip there, it goes word by letter by letter. And if you can go there, you say okay. And we go a little bit there by effect options. You can say there, it's by letter, by word, all at once. And if you go by word or by letter, you can say how much delay is there between the words or between the letters. So you can do that. If we go a little bit there, you'll see it goes a little bit faster. So you've got all these options available to you. So the biggest thing is with Animation Pane, there's not a right and a wrong. There's just a too much and a nothing or too little. So you have to get that right, and it's play. You have to go see the effects, see the emphasis, see the exit paths effects, and then the motion path. So the motion paths is one that not very often used. For now, I'm just going to do a little motion path here. And if you go Animation Pane and more motion paths, you'll see there's a lot they give for you already basics. Shapes we all know. Lines and curves. They've got the little funnel, a heartbeat. So it's almost Mother's Day. So the heartbeat one will be able to use for you guys. So see there the heartbeat and all those. Okay, so there is options. Special, you've got beans, swoosh, vertical, and then always, if you want a custom one, you can always go by motion paths and say custom path, and you can choose your own motion paths. Okay, so I've chosen the heartbeat one for now. Effect options, you can go there. So animation pane, more options, go down heartbeat, and you say, okay, so I'm going to check this one out. So effect options, you can say there, off the animation, don't dim sound and timing. Say again, where, repeat. Do you want it to repeat 2 or 3 times? Do you want to do the heartbeat until the end of the slide or till the end of the next click? Or so it's all little options, and yeah, you can play with it and see with it. Okay, so you guys are right there. Any questions out there yet? Please chat with me. The more you chat, the more I know you understand or you don't understand. Okay, so animations. Thanks, Darren. Yes, you get cool PowerPoints, can be mind-blowing. And the more time you put into your PowerPoints, the better your PowerPoints can be. So nothing's stopping you guys to start with a PowerPoint outline, see a little bit, do a little bit slides. Some of you have started with the path already, so you know what your topic is. Start looking for pictures, start looking for backgrounds, look at a few stuff, put in heading 1 or say category 1 or category 2, start playing with it. I have a template, so as soon as you guys start with the PowerPoint, you've already got a template, and you've got a lot of time ahead of other people or ahead of time. So if you've got a week to complete it, you've already had time on it, so it makes your PowerPoint so much more powerful. Okay, so what makes a PowerPoint for me the best, and this is the fun part for me, is you can actually record your PowerPoint. So you can go, and this is, just hide these. This is what makes PowerPoint for me the best. So transition. So transitions, you can go there and you can go curtains, wind, all those. Same again, try and not be, you can go exciting, you can go whatever you want, but every slide doesn't need to be a new one. So if you go dissolve and the next one you go honeycomb and the next one you go shredded, people are going to start, I wonder what's the next slide transition going to be, or how's this slide going to, what's going to happen next? So they start looking for what's the next cool animation, or what's the cool next emotion that's coming through. So they start looking for stuff that you're not actually there for. So remember, the PowerPoint main goal is to promote your content. So by promoting your content, no, you don't have to have a computer, Taro. You can just check it out. All these videos are on YouTube as well afterwards. And from Monday, we've been busy with PowerPoint, so you can just check it out. If later, if you come in and you want to, when you start working at school, you've seen it, so you don't have to work long. You can just check. I have some popcorn. Check it out. As long as you're here, that's the main thing. We want to help you. So any questions, throw it at me. We'll help you. Okay, so let's go. I'm just going to go reveal, and it's going to reveal. So if you go reveal on the timing side, you can go. You can put sound in, have a little breeze there, or camera, or whatever sound you've got there. Duration you can say, but mostly you're gonna say apply to all slides. So you don't want to have it 1 or 2 different is fine. If it starts getting to 3 or 4 and your PowerPoint's only 5 slides long, it's gonna start being a spectacle show, and you're gonna lose the content. So you don't want to lose your audience. You want to keep them there, and you want to have it exciting with animation, but never too exciting. As soon as it gets too exciting, people worry about what's happening next instead of what's the actual content. Okay, so advanced slides, you can go on mouse click, especially you'll see now when you start getting into grade 11 and 12, you're going to get expos and people are going to have to get into expo. We're going to get to that, Latifa, for sure. That's my favorite part of PowerPoint. So if you get to Excel, you're going to have PowerPoint, you're going to start seeing people showing you universities and all those stuff. So they use slideshows and they start recording their slideshows and they put it on a computer and they put it somewhere and they start looping it. So after, you can say after 10 seconds, it goes to the next slide. After 20 seconds, it goes to the next slide. Or after 30 seconds, it goes to the next slide. And it helps a lot. You don't have to stand there and click with your mouse. So if you have to present something, you can start, you know how long it takes you to read PowerPoint grade 10 CAT. And if you have to produce this to someone or tell them or give this to someone, you read the content, you add a little second or two by for the people that reads a little bit slower. And you know, if you're a fast reader, you're going to add 6 seconds. If you're a slow reader, you're just going to add a second or so. So it's all practice, practice, practice. Do your PowerPoint. Let people check out your PowerPoint. Ask parents, family, friends, what do they see? Does the colors clash? So I'm sure you've done this. So you can't have a brown or a black or something on a black one. You lose the content. So does the background and the wording, doesn't it clash or so? So that's the most important stuff. And then you get to the fun stuff, the animation, and then we get transition lastly that helps you with the durations and so on. So you can say after let's say 5 seconds or 6 seconds, it must go slide. So if I go preview, everything's going to run, everything's going to come in, and if your timing is too slow, it's not going to show everything. So you need to make sure that your timing is timed and everything can show. So if we're going to go there, you've got the navigation and you've got the PowerPoint coming through and stuff flying through. And then you've got these going. So you see there now that's the hold up of the timing I said. So you check it out after you've done something. Always go to preview slideshow and see how does it look, how does it work, does it take too long, or so on. So that's way too long. So you'll never use fly in the whip with those stuff. So it's too much wording. You can say by word and make it quicker, but you'll never do that. So after everything, it will, after 6 seconds, it will go to the next slide on its own. So it waits for the PowerPoint to go through and the flying, and there's the heart coming through, and there it goes to slide number 2. Okay, so any questions on that part there? You're all with me? Okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay, so everybody's with me. We can start with the next stuff slowly but surely. Thank you. So we've got just a little bit more, 15 minutes left. So we're going to start with actually adding content. So we're going to, for today, just go to Insert and Smart Art. Now, Smart Art and Shapes is the exact same throughout PowerPoint. Word, you have the same. So it doesn't change. It's the exact same. And you can go to list if you want to list or process or cycle, and you can add all those. The same again, always. There's the Office one where you can search for some. Always, always, always play with it. Never just go, okay, let's use the first one. Okay, try and make it exciting for yourself and for the people reading it. So why would you want the Lamborghini, and you can add stuff. So I'm just going to go look for this cone. So you can go through pyramid, lists, process, and you've got all those. And I'm just going to add this one for now. So we'll add some content in tomorrow, but we just want to have an outline for now. So if you press enter, you add one more. So this text here is at the bottom, and if I press enter, it's gonna move it away. So in the funnel, it just takes 3 bulls. So you must always check the one you want to use, does it have enough space for everything you want to put in. So if chat's there, animate cartoon, not that much Laseri, but so always see if you've got thin or something. Remember the rule 8 by 8. That still applies to everything. So insert there, and I went to smart art, and then you can go to process or cycle. We're going to go to list. We're going to keep it simple, but not too simple. We want to have it a little bit different than the normal one. So there's pictures. You can add pictures in those. And I'm just going to go and say, let's go with the picture one. So these are a little bit more. So always, if you click on it, you can work with it. If you want to see something, you can go text pane, and it shows a text pane there. Add bullet, it will add for you another bullet there. If you go add shape, it will add another shape. So it doesn't matter which one you took. Add shape will add exact same block where you can enter text. Then we can go, if you click on one, so on this one, and you go demote, it will move it away. If some others, if you go demote, it will add another layer, especially with the heuristic, it will add another layer. So which one you have depends on how effective every one will be. So here's the heuristic one. So let's change it. So if I click on this one and I say demote, it will take it down one more. And if I go promote, it will take it back, or even to the top, and it will move. You can also say move down, and it will move to the right. Actually, if you go text pane, if you say move down, it will move down and up on this list. So it moves down and up on this list. Okay, so here by layout, you've got the standard one everybody uses, and you've got the left hanging and the right hanging, just to make it a little bit different. So layouts, you can go there, layout, which one you want. We've got the colors, exact same as always. Choose your default colors. Recolor pictures with smart art graphics, you can do that. And then you've got the styles as always, where you can choose a little bit different. So it's not as plain and simple as everything. So you could have even chosen the most basic one, but just by using these layouts and smart art styles, it changes how stuff looks. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to especially work on a little bit of smart art. Today we had a look at a little bit here, and we finished the motion path, and we've looked a little bit of the animation and the different types of animation. So remember, there's more animation than these just showing, or even these here that you can see here. So make sure, always do a little bit extra. Every single extra you do with your work always will allow it to get a little bit more marks. Okay, so always look at the guidelines, work in the guidelines, and do it a little bit to the best of your ability. So with everything else, you can also animate this. So we can also animate this, and you can say, so I've got this, I've got my smart art, and I want to let it go entrance a little bit, and let's just go a little bit fly in for now, and it can fly in. On the right, again, Animation Pane. If it's not there, you can just go there, Animation Pane, and it will add Animation Pane, and you can add it now. You can add it there, and you can go. Start with previous, effect options, timing, with previous, small dot animation, and there you can go all at once, one by one, and you can start doing different things with it. So you can go reverse order, and it will show it a little bit. So let's just say after previous year, and you can see preview. It will show it a little bit different. So with the smart art, you can do a lot. It will be a lot different than just adding it to just getting in. Okay, so we've got this, and that's it. Any questions for today? So today was just a little bit introduction, just for also for me just to get used to teaching you guys online. So if you've got any other questions, please ask me. I'll ask my best ability, and then tomorrow we will be focusing on the smart art and what we can do with smart art. Okay, so thanks for everybody here for today. Hope it wasn't too bad. Any questions? Let's see. Everybody okay? Latifa. Cat can take you anywhere. It helps you with basic application skills. You can look on any computer, anything. Most teachers now, you make use of a lot of Cat teachers because they struggle. Just go check for work. See a little bit how many people want, if you want to sign up for work, they want basic computer skills, Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Cat helps you a lot with that. Okay, so yes, till grade 12 every year shortcuts comes a lot. Shortcuts, there's a lot of shortcuts. Okay, your timing of the entire PowerPoint we'll definitely do tomorrow. After the smart art, we'll do the timing of the entire PowerPoint. Okay, so yeah, 11 o'clock tomorrow again, same time, please. Yes, you can put it on your CV for sure. You can also say proficiency is also excellent. Visual arts, not that much. Well, you learn a little bit, but not too much. It's a pleasure, Therese. Thank you, Lolo. Any other questions? I'll just go back to this. It's a pleasure. Thank you everybody for coming. It's always nice seeing a lot of participants here and taking a step into your career. So I'm just going to go back to this. So tomorrow, definitely for sure, smart art and a little bit of timing effects of our slides. Okay, then thank you all. You can have a nice day. Thank you, Aliyah.